Hello all, I am Vijay Lakshmi, guest lecturer from Department of Computer Application. Today we are going to know the overview of internet connectivity. Now we learn about the types of internet connections. Before we go to this topic, first I simply explain what is internet. Internet is a global network that connects billions of computers across the world with each other and to the World Wide Web. In 1969 is the first time internet was connected. Then the internet can be seen as having two major components. One is network protocols, another one is hardware. The term network protocols means TCP/IP suite. It presents set of rules that device must follow in order to complete task. Without this common collection of rules, machines wouldn't be able to communicate. The protocols are responsible for translating the alphabetic text of a message into electronic signals that can be transmitted over the internet and the back again to eligible alphabetic text. Then the second major component of internet is hardware. It includes everything from the computer or smartphone that is used to access the internet to the cables that carry information from one device to another. For example, satellites, radios, cell phone towers, routers, and servers. These various types of hardware are the connections within the network. Device such as computers, smartphones, and laptops are endpoint or clients, while the machines that store the information are the servers. And internet has become an internal part of our lives. Today we have the luxury of high speed wireless internet in the form of Wi-Fi. We can connect our computers, laptops, smartphones, tablets, TVs, etc. Wi-Fi definitely made things easier. Okay, internet offer various services. It include 5 types. What are they? Access providers, mailbox providers, hosting ISPs, virtual ISPs, and free ISPs. First one is access provider. Access provider to exchange data or information among individual or organization, and they also provide access through telephone lines, cable Wi-Fi, or fiber optics. Second one is mailbox provider. Mailbox provider, it's used to send electronic mail through the internet. It is a paperless method for sending text, images, documents, videos, etc. Then third one is hosting ISPs. The hosting ISPs is an external hosting solution where the ISP is responsible for ensuring that your website is connected to the internet in 24/7. Then fourth one is virtual ISPs. The virtual ISP will offer web services like web hosting, email, domain name handling, and more and more. In terms of practical business relationships, a virtual ISP may have a smaller physical footprint or territory. Then the top level ISP whose services are being rebranded. It's called the virtual ISP. And the last one is free ISP. This type of ISP provides access to the internet without charge to the user. The service is supported by advertising, which appears on a special version of the user's browser and cannot be eliminated. Okay, next there are two methods of connection. One is symmetric connection, another one is asymmetric connection. The symmetric connections contain the asymmetric connections contains upload and download bandwidth. Okay, first the symmetric connection. The symmetric connection means that the data speed and file transfer rate is the same in both directions. That is, the connection provide the same download and upload speed at the same time. Next one is asymmetric connection. The asymmetric connection means that the data speed and file transfer rate on your network is different in each direction. Next one is upload and download bandwidth. Okay, what is bandwidth? Let me say. Bandwidth is the capacity of the network to upload and download data. Internet bandwidth is the maximum volume of information you can send and receive in a measured amount of time. It generally calculated in megabits per second. Now, upload bandwidth is the measure of amount that the information that can be travel from the user to the internet in a given amount of time. Okay, let me say one example for this. When streaming video to the internet, you are consuming upload bandwidth. It's essential to know your networks available upload bandwidth because it enables and also has limits the quality of your outgoing streams. Next one is download bandwidth. The download bandwidth refer to the rate that digital data is transferred from the internet to your computer, while upload speed is the rate that online data is transferred from your computer to the internet. Okay. Finally, we reach the main topic. It's called types of internet connection. Okay. There are 4 types of connections. What are they? Voice grade telephone connection, broadband connection, leased line connection, and wireless connection. Let me discuss one by one. Okay, the first connection is voice grade telephone connection. It means a functionality that enables a user of telecommunication services to transmit voice communication, including signaling the network that the caller wishes to place a call and to receive voice communication. Then it's mainly work through plain old telephone services. It means POTs. Uses existing telephone lines and an analog modem to provide a bandwidth between 28 and 56 kbps. Then some telephone companies offer a higher grade of services called digital subscriber line. It means DSL protocol. DSL connection methods do not use a modem. Then they use a piece of networking equipment that is similar to their network switch, but most people call this piece of equipment incorrectly a DSL modem. In ISDN is more expensive than regular telephone services and offer bandwidth of between 128 and 256 kbps. Then integrated service digital network, which means ISDN, was the first technology developed to use the DSL protocol suite and has been available in parts of the United States since 1984. Okay, next connection is broadband connection. The broadband connection refers to high speed and high bandwidth communication infrastructure. It commonly relates to high speed internet services which have become increasingly important to both consumers and governments. Then the common mediums of transmission include coaxial cable, fiber optic cables, and radio waves. Broadband connection is always connected and remove the need for dial-up. Its importance is far reaching. It allows for high quality and quick access to information, teleconferencing, data transmission, and more in various capacities. including healthcare, education, and technological development. The term broadband refers to high speed and high bandwidth communication infrastructure. There are six main types of broadband technologies: digital subscriber line, which means DSL, cable modem, fiber, wireless, satellite, and broadband power supply lines. The bulk of internet users across the globe access broadband through their mobile phones. The percentage is 92.6%. Then the third one is leased line connection. Let me explain simple. Leased line means you can send or receive data quickly from one location to another. Leased line is a internet connection that is dedicated connection just for your usage. A leased line is normally delivered underground on fiber optic cabling, so it's nice and resilient. Alone, it's not shared with anybody else. Okay, anybody can guess what the image is? Okay, let me say. First one is broadband connection. The internet exchanges the network through the router, then the router share the networks in different places. It's called the broadband connection. And second one is leased line connection. The leased line internet exchanges the network through the router, then the router share the networks in same place. It's the simple difference between the broadband and leased line connection. Okay, and the last one is wireless connection. Wireless means transmitting signal over invisible radio waves instead of wires. Gauge door openers and television remote controls were the first wireless device to become a part of everyday life. While wireless networks are growing in coverage areas by the minute, so when I mean access from just about anywhere, I really mean it. Speeds will vary and the range is between 5 Mbps to 20 Mbps. Then Wi-Fi, as the name suggests, does not use telephone lines or cables to connect to the internet. Instead, it uses radio frequency. It's called the wireless connection. Okay, let me explain this one. Can you guess what is this? In many slides, I said ISP. Many times, did you notice that? What is ISP? Let me simply explain this. A company that provides access to the internet to both personal and business customers. This is called ISP. I hope you are all able to understand. Thank you all.